The beginning of my last video, I asked the question, what is the most difficult thing about being an Xbox fan currently? And the answer was waiting. Yes, we're playing the waiting game. We know the Xbox has these new studios and they're currently developing games, AAA games, some of them. But it's a waiting game because quality games obviously takes time to create. But after being on Twitter yesterday with all of the backlash Xbox has gotten, over the whole generation, to be honest with you, I'm going to tell you another thing that's really difficult about being an Xbox fan. Being an Xbox fan, period. Being an Xbox fan is difficult, flat out. If you're not built for this console war, if you're a YouTube content creator, if you talk stuff on Twitter and you're an Xbox fan, trust me, it's not easy. But the reason I'm doing this video isn't about being an Xbox fan or not. It's about gameplay. We all know that Jeff Keighley hosted the Gamescom show yesterday where they had a bunch of games on the show. And, the show was underwhelming. But at the end of the show, they showed Ratchet and Clank. A nice gameplay slice of Ratchet and Clank. Now, this gameplay looked very similar to the June PlayStation reveal event, but it was extended. And it was a great gameplay showing. Now, I'm not going to cap. The game looks absolutely great. I'm a fan of the Ratchet and Clank franchise, and the game looked phenomenal. But afterwards, Twitter was on fire. From Xbox guys, PlayStation guys, and the media. But it's funny, most people wasn't talking about Ratchet and Clank. Most people was bashing Xbox. Let me explain. Because PlayStation has shown a nice clip of gameplay from Ratchet and Clank, people started to question Xbox about where's the gameplay? Where's the gameplay? Even my Xbox brothers, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. That's a valid question. We all know the Xbox Series X is the world's most powerful console, and it is most definitely more powerful than the PS5. So where's the gameplay? That's a valid question, y'all. We have to ask that question. We need to see some gameplay running on the Xbox Series X. And it's not just first-party games. We need to see something running on the Xbox Series X. Because if you guys seen Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War trailer yesterday or the day before yesterday, whenever they showed the trailer, the beginning of the trailer says running on the PlayStation 5. Now, as an Xbox fan, and Xbox has some games that they're marketing, I haven't seen that yet on a third-party trailer running on the Xbox Series X. Even some of the games that we've seen running on Xbox, we found out they weren't actually running on the Xbox Series X. So yes, Xbox does have a gameplay problem currently, and I can't fix that. You can't fix that. Xbox is the only people that can fix that right now. Xbox is the only people that can change this narrative. Now, even though all of the points were valid, I still felt some people overreacted yesterday. It's just my opinion. I thought some Xbox guys overreacted. I thought the media overreacted. Now, PlayStation guys, they're going to do what they're going to do. But the reason I feel that some of them overreacted is because Xbox could, in 2 weeks, drop a gameplay, some gameplay footage of a game of an upcoming game and just kill all of this noise. So that's why I said some people overreacted, because they're acting like the Xbox Series X comes out next week. Now, definitely, we need to see gameplay. Don't get me wrong. But people overreacted, right? People overreacted. Now, it is also a valid point when people say they need to show us something running on the Series X. What's going to make me get a Series X? And that's a valid point, because now someone like me, a hardcore Xbox guy, I'm going to get the Series X regardless. But maybe someone else, they need to see something running on it. Ratchet and Clank was running on the PS5. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War was running on the PS5. So we definitely need to see something running on the Xbox Series X. And that's the truth, y'all. That's the absolute truth. And like I mentioned, Xbox is the only ones that can change this narrative. Now, a couple months from now, this video will be irrelevant. All of the crying and whining people did on Twitter will be irrelevant. All of the shit talking PlayStation guys did will soon be irrelevant. But as of right now, Xbox definitely needs to show some games running on the Xbox Series X. And I see some of my Xbox brothers, they said, yeah, that Austin Evans video where he was actually playing on the Xbox Series X. Yeah, they actually playing games on the Xbox Series X. Yes, he was playing State of Decay 2 on the Xbox Series X. That's a current gen game. That's not the same. We want to see some next gen footage running on the Xbox Series X, whether it's first party, third party, second party, whatever. That's all it is. Now, it's not a deal, it's not a big deal to where people are just losing their minds over it, because I really feel they were overreacting, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna say it one more time. Only Xbox can change this narrative. You can't change it. I can't change it. My mama can't change it. Your mama. Xbox is the only ones that can change this narrative. Come out there, show Hellblade 2 gameplay footage, show the Initiative's new game, or whatever game you want to show. And this will shut that whole argument up. One thing someone said to me yesterday, it was the PlayStation guy. He said, Dirt, Xbox had their chance last month to show gameplay footage and they failed with Halo Infinite. Hey, that's true. Now, maybe if it was 2016 and Halo Infinite was coming on the Xbox One only, the gameplay looked good, right? But since Halo Infinite is a cross-gen title and coming for the Xbox Series X, the gameplay was underwhelming. Let's be honest, it was. So he was right. Xbox had their chance last month and they didn't impress people with Halo Infinite gameplay footage. But they can just come out there and show some gameplay footage and kill this whole argument. And it's up to Xbox. It's not up to us. Well, anyway, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble upon my channel and you think I'm decent enough, why don't you subscribe, please? And if you subscribe, hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.